right, it is Thursday. It's always weird saying that because I feel like I'm Paige in the SmackDown commercials. Thursday! But it's
I'm
Thursday.
usually the one that says it's Thursday on a different thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say a different kind of beard situation too, but
Yeah.
no, you guys, the calendar is correct. Don't be mistaken. We are here. It is DynaMic'd up. It's Jose Gonzalez. It is JPJ. Not doing the traditional post show because it's a go home week. We kind of figured out that we liked this last time, so we figured, hey, why not keep it going? Because AEW Full Gear is this Saturday on pay-per-view. We got so much to talk about, especially after that 3-hour go home special last night. But before we get into any of that fun stuff, JPJ, how the hell are you?
I am doing pretty well. I'm excited about Full Gear. I'm excited about this weekend, and I'm excited to talk about it right now with you. But I'm doing well. I'm doing well. A week away from Thanksgiving, Jose.
Oh, yes. You know what? Before we get into any of that, I must know.
Oh,
what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh.
I must know.
I thought you were going to go football there. All right.
My favorite football stuff. I mean, at this point, I don't really give two shits about the football season. I mean, we don't got the division. If we clinch the wild card, so fucking be it.
We do. I hate Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith coming from my boy Drake. Don't do that, Stephen A. You keep on your no. You don't do that. You don't come after Drake.
Oh, must be nice to have his attention again.
You don't come after the king. But my favorite dish. I mean, listen, I love a good mashed potato. I also like, so my mom makes butternut squash and she does it a little sweet, not like, she does it a little sweet with some brown sugar and stuff like that. That's probably one of my favorite side dishes. But the go-to is my mom's homemade sausage stuffing.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's very similar to, it's homemade, but it's similar to the stovetop style of stuffing, but she puts ground sausage in it. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I love sausage like that. I know for me, we kind of do, like, we do a traditional Thanksgiving, but when you're Puerto Rican, you still have to have, like, some Puerto Rican elements in there. So we still have a turkey and everything, but instead of sometimes, we'll still do a little bit of mashed potatoes, but obviously arroz con gandules. So, like, rice, the pigeon peas, very delicious stuff there. When I feel like making it, because we didn't grow up with this on Thanksgiving, but it turns out it is quite the popular Thanksgiving food, I can throw down a mean baked mac and cheese.
Oh, I like
it's no teeny on TikTok, but damn it, it's good.
So here's my thing. So my household, we are not a mac and cheese on Thanksgiving household.
That is fair. Yeah, so this was a recent addition for us.
I just grew up without mac and cheese as part of that. We've had mac and cheese a lot, but it was its own. Yeah. It'd just be a dinner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've never really had baked. I love a baked mac and cheese, of course, but it's just never been part of the Thanksgiving ensemble in the family household.
No, that's fair. And I think
can I ask you, what's your favorite type of pie?
I think we talked about this before.
Did we?
Yeah, because I remember saying apple and a sweet potato pie.
Okay, mine's pecan.
Yeah,
or pecan, whatever you want to call it.
Definitely remember the pie talk before. I forgot what the hell we were talking about. But
yeah, all right. Yeah,
I think the bigger question now is what kind of cranberry sauce?
I'll eat both. I'll eat both. I like both. But I need the one out of the can that's like the jelly one. That's what I need. That you slice. It's the only option.
The correct answer.
It's the only option.
And it has to be ocean spray.
Yeah, it's truly the right answer of the two. However, I will happily eat both. I like cranberry sauce in all forms.
Fair. Yeah, and the best part is always the leftover sandwich after the next day. But
of course, absolutely. All weekend. If you ideally do it right, all weekend.
I mean, when it's good, I don't think it's going to be all weekend.
Well, yeah, probably not, but
Well, yeah, but all right. I guess we could have talked about a little bit of football, but I mean, I don't even know who's playing next Thursday. Now that you mentioned that, hold on.
Well, Joe Burrow. Yeah, who's playing tonight? Joe Burrow.
Well, the Bills are playing tonight. That much I know.
Yeah, they have the game. No, we played the Jets last Thursday. Who are you playing?
Hold on. Let me go on Amazon. It'll tell me. That shows how much I'm paying attention the last couple weeks. I could really give a rat's ass about the Bills after the way they've been going after the bye week. But let's see, Bills are we facing the Ravens tonight? We're facing the Texans tonight.
Oh, that's still a good game. Texans have been playing well.
Yeah. No, I have a feeling it'll be competitive.
They don't have Stroud though, but
yeah. And then as far as Thanksgiving games go, there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
from what I can tell. So
Lions in the afternoon.
Lions in the afternoon. Then you got your Cowboys Chiefs at 4:30. The one time I'm gonna root for Jerry World, and then Ravens Bengals at 8:20.
Oh, Burrow might come back, they said, this Sunday against the Patriots. But he'll definitely be back for that Thanksgiving game against the Ravens, which will be a good one.
But will the rest of the Bengals be back with him?
Not Jamar Chase. He's out for a week because he spit on somebody. So that was good.
Yeah, that was a sight to see.
Yeah. Not saying Jalen Ramsey wasn't undeserving of that. Wasn't deserving of that, but yeah, you can't do that. You can't.
Yeah, no. Time and place. Sometimes you gotta swallow.
Patriots best record in football. Back to normal. You had 5 years and you all fucked it. So good luck. Good luck when we have the best quarterback in the league for the next decade. So again.
With our sloppy seconds of receivers, but I digress.
Not great.
Emphasis on sloppy when you talk about Stephon Diggs.
Hey.
He's getting passed around like the turkey. But anyways, before we dive even further down the football rabbit hole, you guys aren't here for us to talk about actual sports. You're here for us to talk about the world of pro wrestling. And boy, do we got a lot of it to talk about for this Saturday. Because, AEW, they've been doing the whole 3-hour go-home shows on Wednesdays before pay-per-view now. So you get your 2-hour Dynamite segment, you get a 1-hour Collision. Just overall quick thoughts about last night, JPJ.
I thought overall it was good. It was solid. A bunch of tag matches, bunch of stuff like that. But I thought all in all it was really good. I love what they're doing with Kyle O'Reilly. We'll talk about that obviously when we get there. I love what they're doing with Kyle O'Reilly. I love the women's tag tournament, and kind of how those matches went down. I thought it was a solid night. I thought Bobby Lashley destroying Ricochet to start the show was good, a good piece of business. I think him and Shelton being the first two entrants in that match is very interesting.
Yeah, so I've been seeing discourse online. People were saying that they thought that Speedball was supposed to win. He actually got knocked out.
Oh, that could have happened. Yeah, because there was that weird thing with the pin.
Yeah.
Where the ref said his shoulder was up, but he was kind of he clenched Shelton and shit. So I don't know, maybe if he did get his bell rung a little bit and they just made a quick change, because it felt like Speedball was going to win that match, or at least I thought he was going to.
But honestly, I kind of like it that he didn't, just because
I do
makes
too.
It way more interesting.
Yes.
And that's nothing against Speedball. I love Speedball. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but are they actually just going to go, man versus man? Like, best of luck to you. We're buds, but let's go. Or do they do something? Do they try to do something funny or shitty or
Well, the thing with a casino gauntlet is you're going to be the first two are in there for a few minutes on their own, regardless. They can't just have a GA and not do anything.
But the match can end even before the next person comes up.
I know.
So is it Jeremy Lambert jokingly on Twitter said they should do the finger poke of doom?
Or wait. What was that one multi-man tag where New Day?
The New Day tagged in and they tried to do it. Yeah. Does Shelton lay down for Bobby?
No. I feel like if they try to do that, whoever lays down is going to kick out. And then
exactly. Or they're just going to go F you and they're just going to end up fighting each other.
No, they'll probably shake hands and then be like, okay, let's get
I think that's what they should do. Yeah, they should shake hands and go, let's just go, dude.
And then if they want to make it even more interesting, you have MVP as number 3.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. We'll get into that later, but before we even get into the main card, though, we do have to talk about the Tailgate Brawl over on TNT, because the 0 hour don't mean shit no more.
Nope, it does not.
But to start it off, for his quarterly AEW match, we got Big Boom AJ coming back. They're in Jersey. Of course he's going to be there. He's with QT Marshall. I don't know why I had a typo like that. You could ignore my bad spelling for just
Boom and Doom? Is that what they call it? The Boom and Doom?
Yeah, that is definitely a name. What you will.
When did they become friends?
I feel like they were just fighting in a bar a month ago.
Yeah, when did I miss something? Didn't he attack the kid in a bar or some shit?
Yeah, the enemy and my enemy. I still don't know how Roppongi Vice got involved in all of this.
Me neither. No, well, Roppongi Vice was in the bar, right? Wasn't Trent the one that was talking shit?
Yeah, but I thought QT Marshall was taking it to AJ, though.
I thought he was, too. Was it not him? Was it Rocky Romero? I don't know. Whatever.
If someone in the chat wants to let us know, by all means, correct us if we're wrong. Long story short, it's a Big Boom AJ match. He's not going to lose.
Yeah, agreed. I think he should at some point, though.
Well, yeah. I could see if he was actually going to stick around a little bit more regularly. But for a throwaway TikTok view match,
But yeah, this is fine. This will be fine, and it'll be fun. The Rizzler will get the biggest pop of the night probably, and Big Boom and QT will win. Yeah.
Randy in the Facebook chat. Howdy, hello, sir. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be with the Big Boom Powerbomb. You're going to see Big Justice get involved at some point. I don't think the Rizzler's going to do a spot because it's not the Rizzler's wheelhouse to do the spot. He's just there to,
Yeah. Yeah, Lawrence is saying Rizzler is clearly the Shawn Michaels of it. No question.
Yeah.
Rizzler's the money. He's the money.
Absolutely. Yeah. But speaking of money, Tony Khan's just throwing away every bit of money he has this coming Saturday night because we have ourselves a $200,000 four-way tag team match. You have Max Caster tagging with Anthony Bowens, not reforming. Remember that. They are still very much mad at each other.
Yes, they are.
But no, we have them going against Bang Bang Gang. So you got yourself some Juice Robinson. You got yourself some Austin Gunn going against Big Bill and Brian Keith going against the Outrunners. I genuinely don't know how this one's going to go. Because I don't think the former Acclaimed, I don't know if they're going to get the win.
I think they are. That's why they're doing this, right? They're not going to do all this for them to just lose, right?
Honestly,
that's the vibe that I get. I think it's unfortunate because I don't think they gave Anthony Bowens a proper solo try.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels to me that they were like, hey, that didn't work out. Let's kind of do some fun stuff with you two. Maybe not get right back together, but I don't know. I feel like they're going to win. I want the Outrunners to win just because I love the Outrunners. But I feel like
probably just going to buy a carton of Newports with it.
I'd say I want to see what they do with money. I think that would be funny if they actually did some vignettes and stuff. They could make it really But I think the not reformed Acclaim is going to win.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be curious to see what the Bang Bang Gang would do with $200,000 because Colton's still injured.
Yeah,
it's is Ace Austin with them? Is he not with them? I don't know. So, but stranger things have happened.
It could go either way. Yeah, I do agree with you though. I think it can go anyway.
Yeah. Leading into some more tag team action we have in Tailgate Brawl. Oddly enough, no women's action on the Tailgate Brawl this time. But we do have ourselves Hook and Eddie Kingston now with an announced opponent of the Workhorsemen, so Anthony Henry and JD Drake. This one kind of just speaks for itself.
I love JD Drake though. I love the Workhorsemen in general, but
I do too.
I love myself a big man. JD Drake is great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a no-brainer. It's Hook and Eddie. It's just no.
Yeah. It's kind of a nothing burger of a match, but hey, get them on TV. Why not?
Yeah.
But here's where things get a little bit more interesting because for the CMLL World Trios Championship, you have El Sky Team, which is Mystico, Mascara Dorada, and Neon, going against Konosuke Takeshita, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, teaming with Hechicero and the AEW Unified Champion Kazuchika Okada, which Okada got blindsided last night after defeating Dorada in a match that I did not think was going to go the way that it did because Dorada not only landed on the top of his head, but he still kicked out his shit after that.
Yeah, it looked like he took a couple bumps in that match where it was like, geez, Louise, guy.
Yeah.
You're going to get hurt.
Sure
Calm down.
Sure did.
I know this is a big spot, but relax. We know you're good. It was scary, a couple of those bumps.
They were.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. I thought we would have been getting the singles match between Okada and Takeshita, and we're not.
It has to be if it's not, we've been talking about it. You mentioned it.
Probably C2.
Probably, but I think there is a legitimate chance that it does make its way to Wrestle Kingdom.
I would hope so. I really do, but
yeah. But I think it goes. Yeah, C2 is a good starting off point. Maybe World's End, then Wrestle Kingdom. However they do it. Yeah, because I feel like we were sitting here a month ago and we thought that was where the one-on-one match was going to be, but they did the tag team bit with them two, and now they're doing the same thing but a trios. And I think obviously, the El Sky team's going to retain because there's going to be problems with Takeshita and Okada, right?
So I'm going to be the contrarian here. I think they're still going to have problems, but I think Hechicero's going to get the pin, which catches both Okada and Takeshita off guard. And now they're like, shit, now we're champions together. What do we ought to do? But they still hate each other. I don't know. I feel like even if they do win, it's not going to last very long. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think that CMLL needs to constantly put titles on AEW stars, kind of like how TNA doesn't constantly.
That was also my thought a little bit as well.
Would it be cool if El Sky Team retains? Yes. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I'm going to say and new. I could be wrong. I'm okay being wrong. I usually am. But that does lead us into some main card actions. I know I kind of spoke about how there's no women's stuff on the Tailgate Brawl, but for the longest, it was only one women's match announced for this whole pay-per-view until last night. But we finished our first round of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament last night. And each of those semifinal teams are going to be facing off in a Four Corners tag team match. So you got your Babes of Wrath with Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron going against Julia Hart and Sky Blue, the Sisters of Sin, going against the Timeless Love Bombs of Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Tony Storm, going against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. The winner of this match will get to choose their stipulation in the semifinals of the tournament. I am very shocked that Ty J did not advance to the semifinals.
Yeah, I think they're putting a lot of stock in Marina Shafir right now. I think they're elevating her to be a challenger of Statlander sooner than later, I think.
I could see that.
So I think they're... I think they're going I think they can go to the finals, personally. However, listen, I know a lot of people bitch about the length of pay-per-view sometimes when it comes to AEW. I'm glad that these women are getting a match on the show. I'm glad there's a second women's match on the show. I hate this match. Why wouldn't you just do both semifinals matches on this show?
That's legitimately what I thought we were going to do. And then you could
what is the
finals at World End.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad all of these women are on the show. This match is going to be fun. It's going to kick ass. I'm glad it's on the show, but it feels like this is what I just put the two semifinal matches on here. That's all.
Like, did I say this match is kind of
thrown
insulting
together nonsense?
I say this is an insulting way to book them, considering how fucking good Blood and Guts was.
Yeah.
So, like, you go from them stealing the show and Blood and Guts opening it, setting the standard. Sky Blue probably could have looked like she could have used a transfusion at the end of the match. I'm not going to lie. But also just the weird way that they've booked this entire women's tag tournament so far, as they've had shocking wins. 3 out of 4 of them were roll-ups or like surprise victories. You only had one win clean, and that was when Tony and Mina defeated Alex Windsor and Riho last night.
Yep.
My big thing is just you have these established tag teams, like the couple that were in the tournament, like established for years. Like, we're talking going all the way back to the AEW like Women's Tag Cup, and they can't make it out of the first round. On top of them not even making it into Blood and Guts. I don't know. At some point, you got to have faith in the fact that you can create homegrown talent and let them go for years and years. But you're basically just pulling the plug on them. Especially when you talk about someone like an Anna Jay who went, like, when she came into AEW, it was during the pandemic. She was green. But then she trained her ass off with the Nightmare Factory. She went to Japan. She was putting in a lot of work in Japan. Came back from Japan, kept that hard work going. Was working in Ring of Honor as well. And then you have Ty Mello coming back from maternity leave, looking sharp as she ever did. And we're throwing together tag team. Because I don't think Penelope and Megan would have won if it was still them.
Oh, really? I thought Penelope and Megan had a chance to win the whole thing.
I don't know. I think the seeding threw it off because I figured, especially when you call the audible and you have them going against like the 5-year tag team. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand the point when it comes to homegrown tag teams, and I like TJ. But once I saw the matchup with Megan Bayne, I was like, neither one of those girls are beating Megan Bayne.
I think the problem's just Megan Bayne is so good that you want her to go singles.
Yeah.
Especially when you have to call the audible like, oh shit, I need a tag partner and everybody's injured.
Yeah. So I thought once Penelope got hurt, that was going to change the finish, and I thought TJ would win then because there would be a random partner. But once it was Shafir, it was like, oh, well, maybe not. I could see the finals ending up being Harley Cameron and Willow versus Shafir and Megan Bayne. Like the over babyface team against the dastardly heels. I could see that being the championship, the finals.
Honestly, I kind of see it the opposite way. I think it's Sisters of Sin versus Tony and Mina.
Yeah.
I mean,
again,
actually, let me look at the bracket so far, because I feel like that will actually help us. Let's see. So we're going to pull this up. If I know the seeding, that'll make a huge difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. When you
hard.
look at the seeds, it's Sisters of Sin versus Babes of Wrath. And then you got the Timeless Love Bombs versus Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
I don't think you have Tony and Mina lose in the semifinals. I think they go all the way, and you have Julia and Sky go all the way as well.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad matchup at all. I mean, I think either way it goes, you're not going to get a bad matchup.
Yeah.
Any of the ways. But yeah, I don't know. I think Willow. I think Willow and Harley being the babyface tag team champions winning this tournament would be a good moment and a good spot for. I think Harley is very deserving of getting that type of recognition because of the hard work she's put in to, become the character that she is. And Willow is the most the best white meat babyface in the whole company. And she's been deserving of a championship and something. So I think, I don't know, I kind of view them as becoming the first champions as like, that's a scenario I kind of want to happen if I'm picking, so I'm kind of going that route. And I feel like them beating the evil Shafir and dominant Megan Bayne in a chant like that, the crowd would be rabid for them to win,
Hear me out. I don't think they're going to advance in the tournament. I think Sisters of Sin are going to choose the stipulation for their semifinal match. It'd probably be something ridiculously violent because that's what they do. For World's End, I think you kind of go back and do a couple of rematches. You have Harley go against Mercedes for the TBS title. She could do whatever she wants to do with Minnie Monet because that always seems to be a thorn in Mercedes' side. Mm-hmm. And especially because we'll talk about it later. I don't think Mercedes is beating Chris Statlander. Mm-hmm. Not a snowball's chance in hell, especially the way she's celebrating with the world title last night after unifying the TV title for Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. She's definitely not winning. So her losing the big one twice is going to be caught off guard at World's End. That could be your crowning moment for Harley Cameron. And you also have Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale, this time for a world championship. After the history that they've had, being best friends, being bitter rivals, bleeding together, going to war, they could finally have like a pure one-on-one match for the sake of who's legitimately the best in this company. Mm-hmm. And that could be Willow's crowning achievement. Don't get me wrong. I love Chris. I don't think every title reign needs to be super long, especially coming off the one that Tony had. I feel like having Chris have that moment where she beat Timeless Toni Storm clean, especially at Forbidden Door, beating Mercedes clean, righting the wrongs from last year, and then finally Willow can get her lick back on Chris.
I mean, yeah, I'm okay. I'm more than okay with Willow being World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. So especially considering the way the TBS title reign went, where she felt very transitional to Mercedes.
Yeah, big time.
Very much the same thing that happened when she was the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, winning that tournament final, and then kind of just dropping it almost right away to Julia in Japan. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. But I have Sisters of Sin winning this one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go Bayne and Shafir.
Okay. But we agree it's probably going to be a heel team, though.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
All right. We kind of danced around this earlier, but as if there weren't enough championships in AEW, considering they just unified 2 of them, we now have a new AEW National Championship. And Tony Khan's reasoning is that it's the first time in, 30, 40 years that there will be a national championship on TBS?
Yeah. People listen, say what you want about NWA, but I think they are rightfully allowed to be pissed off.
Oh, yeah, no.
They've been very vocal, like, hey, we already have a national championship. It's been in the NWA forever. What the hell? And I'm just like, they're kind of not wrong. I don't think AEW needs another championship. I think the women's tag team championships
I don't think they needed,
and that was a new championship. Cool. The men don't need another championship.
I mean, if that's the case, why would you unify the international title and the continental title?
Yeah, you should have just made one of them the national title and said, okay, this one is this one now that he won, and then we're making this one. Okay.
And it's also the fact that, like, yes, I understand that WWE has nomenclature for their mid-card championships, and you're trying to avoid them. But when you combine an international championship and a continental championship, the portmanteau of intercontinental is right fucking there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Probably. Obviously because of that. So.
New Japan had the Intercontinental title. That's not. Other companies can have certain regional championships, like NWA has United States champion.
Yeah, it's fair.
So, I don't know. All this to say, I have no idea who the fuck's going to win this one.
I don't either. We do know that, obviously we know Bobby and Shelton are 1 and 2, but Ricochet, Kevin Knight, and Speedball are also in this match. So those are the people we know are in the match. Of those 5, I want Shelton Benjamin to win, so I'll pick Shelton of those, but I have no idea because there's going to be surprises and people we don't know, and there we go. But yeah, I think it's kind of impossible to pick, but of the 5, I'll go Shelton. Why the fuck not?
I would love Shelton to win. I honestly think it's going to be Ricochet.
I'm good with that too.
Yeah. I can imagine the heat that would get if Ricochet just wins it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even win it convincingly. Like he steals someone else's win.
Yeah. I would be more than okay with that.
Yeah.
Fit his character.
If he wasn't insufferable enough, imagine him with a championship.
Yeah.
But speaking of things that are also insufferable, the Young Bucks, they're sort of starting to have a little bit of remorse now. They've been down on their luck a little bit more. It's like that Chumbawamba song. They got knocked down, they got back up again, but then they got knocked down again.
Mm-hmm.
But for $1 million, allegedly, we have ourselves a trios tag match. We got Kenny Omega teaming with Jungle, Jack Perry, and Luchasaurus, the Jurassic Express, going against the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander. And, of course, the Young Bucks being ever pressured to join the Don Callis family officially. Don's been laying it on thick over the last few weeks.
It really has. And they told him very early on, like, we're never joining the family, man. And then he's been really trying to get them to join the family. It looked like last night what they did on Dynamite we talked about it a little bit last week. The Young Bucks are turning babyface soon. Yeah. Like that is what this is. I don't know how soon though. But
I don't either.
It's going to be soon. I thought last night was a real good job by everything that was accomplished there. Like, the remorse, they look like they were going to do it. And then you see, Jurassic Express come out at the perfect time. And you're like, I don't know if the Bucks were going to do it or not, but whatever. And all this stuff. I thought that Josh Alexander's in this match to take the fall. That was my impression. But I think I'm still leaning that way, but wouldn't it make more sense for the Bucks to win the money?
So here's what I think might happen. Do we see, if not Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks patching things up, is there a snowball's chance in hell that Kenny Omega and the Bucks patch things up and you reform the Elite?
I think that's where we're going.
Like, I think they're going to lose. I think if anything, you have Jack Perry pin one of the Bucks, probably clean as hell, and then realizing that they have nothing left, that's when they're just like, you know what, fine. Like, you guys are the better team. We'll walk right off into the sunset. And that's where you start to see Kenny start to feel a little bit bad. And then who knows? It might not get the whole million, obviously, because you're going to have to split it certain ways, but Kenny's still an EVP. He has the money.
Oh, yeah.
He could pass it on to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to see them like, okay, now we're not going to be reckless and stupid like we were the last time and just blow it off at the casino, Nick. But I can see that being kind of how we get the Elite back on common ground, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And that could also breathe a lot more life into the trios division, which is something we haven't had in a while.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that. Yeah. But no, I think Kenny and the Bucks reuniting is something that is going to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't think the Bucks win this one here. I think it's Kenny and Jurassic Express for sure.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right. It leads us into, for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, we have Brodito, the Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito, Brody King, teaming up against FTR. And this one should be interesting because now I'm not so sure what the hell's going to happen.
Really? I
feel like we've been saying it should be FTR, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still leaning that way. Love Brodito. Just a tremendous put together tag team, like just so over and so great. But I think this is the end. I think this is the end of the run for them. I think FTR somehow, some way, wins the title. And I think we're heading back towards, once Copeland is back and all that stuff, we're going to get that for the titles. But I think this is the end of the run for Brodito.
Yeah,
I do.
I mean, what an unexpected run, too, when you think about it.
Yeah, it's true. It was completely unexpected. They got so over. And then in that tournament, nobody really expected them to win that tournament.
No.
And all of a sudden they kind of did. And it was like, holy shit. All right, cool. We're going with this. And they've been one of the best acts in the whole company for the whole time.
Now, here's the thing, though. When they lose the tag titles, do they go their separate ways? And maybe that gives Brody a shot at Bandito and Ring of Honor, because you still have a Final Battle coming up in a few weeks as well.
Yeah, I don't know what they do there. Clearly, they could still be a tag team and be super, clear.
They could.
But I think you would, because Bandito is the Ring of Honor champion. Like, I think they would go their separate ways.
I don't think you even do a heel turn. That could just be like a gentleman's, like, whoever may the best man win. So,
yeah,
I don't know. That's just my 2 cents there. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, the more we talk about it again, I think FTR's winning this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think
we'll say and new. Now, here's where things get a little bit more interesting. So before we get into the heavier hitters, I would say, of the card, we do have to get into Darby Allin versus Pac. Which means, one, is Darby even cleared?
Yeah.
Got burnt to shreds at
Sure did. Yeah. Sure did.
Gnarly flaming table spot.
I'm going to have things to say about this.
The floor recognizes the bearded gentleman to my right.
This is another case where this match is going to be great. Mm-hmm. And I loved Pac's promo last night. I thought that sit-down promo with him, that was
Why the hell
awesome.
Do we not let him talk more?
Yes, 100%. 100% they should let him talk more. That was excellent last night. With that being said, why? Okay. And what story in any form, movie, book, TV show, wrestling, in what story has a guy beaten the boss and then fought the henchman after? Why is Darby still fucking with the death? He beat Moxley twice. Twice. What is this for? What does this do for anybody? It makes no sense. Again, the match will be fucking great. But why the fuck are we doing this?
Yep. No notes. Yeah.
That's it. Makes no sense. Darby he can't do anything else. He's been back for a while now, and it was to get Moxley back, who he's beaten twice. So why is he fighting the less bosses, the minor? What are you doing?
The bigger issue is, why are the Death Riders still a thing?
Well, that is coming to an end. I think what we're seeing with Moxley, and we'll talk more about that.
It shouldn't have taken this long. This should have happened after All In. Like now,
just, I don't know. I just, again, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this match is happening. And I think Pac's going to win it. I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Why would Darby beat Moxley and then lose to Pac? That doesn't make sense. Unless that is part of the build to when, and I don't know if we just want to go into the next match with Moxley, but I don't know if that's the build to when the Death Riders walk out or turn on Moxley because he's the weakest link now.
It's just,
and maybe Pac becomes the new leader because he beat Darby. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But boy, do I have the perfect thing to. I mean, I think I have the perfect explanation for this. Hold on, let me see if it'll let me share my screen for a second. We're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna hold this tab. We're gonna share the audio. I think nothing can quite sum up exactly why we have Darby Allin versus Pac quite like this. As this is muted.
The board. Okay, this is a road. okay? We're going to follow this road all the way down. You're going to take a sharp left, okay? Up here, past this tree here, okay? Once you get up here, you're going to take another sharp turn. And over here, this is where you have me fucked up at. Right here in this place.
Yep. Yeah. Any questions?
No. I stand by my piece. I stand by my piece.
And you're correct for that, by the way. But yes, it's happening. We're moving on to a match that I'm glad this one's happening. And I like the route that it's going because I have a confident prediction in this one. And it's a good one. We have ourselves a good old-fashioned no-holds-barred match. We got Kyle O'Reilly going against Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley's not going to be able to walk out on his own 2 feet because his ankle's going to be torn to shit. I can't wait.
Yep, Kyle O'Reilly's winning this.
Oh, my God, is he going to win this? I don't care how many of the Death Riders you want to bring out. The Conglomeration and Roderick Strong are going to make their presence known, and Kyle O'Reilly's going to snap Jon Moxley's ankle like a toothpick, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. I agree. I think this match is going to rule. I love what they're doing with Kyle O'Reilly. I love that he was the guy who won Blood and Guts. I love what they did last night. I love everything about it. Kyle O'Reilly is actually getting a solo push here, and he's going to beat Moxley, and I think this is going to be the final straw for the Death Riders, and I do think that this will eventually lead to the Death Riders kind of not disbanding, but all leaving Moxley aside.
Yeah.
Because I do think Moxley either goes away for a little bit, takes some time off or whatever, but I do think Moxley will become a babyface soon.
You know, unless we get a magical suspension again and they have to throw the title on him, and there's like, no, you don't get a vacation.
Yeah. But I think that vacation that Moxley was supposed to get, what seems to be like 2 years ago now, I think whenever the Death Riders, whether they do it Danielson style, where they try to do that with Moxley, or they actually just walk away from whatever happens, I feel like it would be violently. That's their style.
So my thing is, I don't think they're going to do the suffocation, but I think you Pillmanize his ankle. Because that's been the target. Yeah. Like, I want to see them put that leg in a chair and smack it with another chair and, like, do the other one for good measure.
Yeah.
Both of them. Why not?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. But, Kyle O'Reilly's going to win this match, and I'm going to be fucking pumped.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No, it should happen that way, for sure. Now, here is one that I'm surprised this is happening again. I don't think it needed to happen again. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's going to change anything either. But we have, for the TNT Championship, we have ourselves a no disqualification match. The Protostar Kyle Fletcher defending that championship against Mark Briscoe. And if Mark Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family. Mm-hmm. I don't think Kyle's losing.
I don't either. I think Mark Briscoe is going to be in the Callis family, and they're going to do,
Like, this will probably be the biggest upset in recent AEW history, I would say, if this happens. Like, I genuinely don't know why we're still doing this.
I don't either.
We talk about Darby Allin being in limbo. I mean, you have Mark Briscoe go through a blood feud with MJF, and then nothing comes of it after.
Yep.
Not for the world title, not for the unified title, nothing. He's been stuck in TNT purgatory for however long. It really doesn't matter at this point, but I don't see Kyle Fletcher losing.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's too. Yeah, it's just kind of weird because they're continuing it, so it makes you think that maybe Briscoe will, and everyone's waiting for Briscoe to get that moment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think it's too early in the Fletcher run for him to lose it. I just don't think he's gonna. No, I just don't think he's gonna lose it. I just don't feel like now's the time for it.
Like, yeah, we got a taste of what Kyle could do beyond the TNT title when he won against Hangman, obviously Forbidden Door. But my big thing right now is you don't have anything set up beyond this match for either one of them.
No.
So say Kyle does lose it. Is he going to enter the Continental Classic and then potentially go against other members of the DCF? Is he going to try to go after the world title again that he already lost to? Like, it doesn't really set up anything for either one of them in defeat.
Agreed.
So, I'm going to say Kyle Fletcher retains, and then Mark Briscoe's going to be a sad Mark Briscoe, and it is what it is. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, we've had so many rematches towards this latter half of the card when you think about it. But coming up next, for the men's world championship, it is Hangman Adam Page once again defending against Samoa Joe, but this time we up the ante. This time it's inside of a steel cage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I had a nickel, I was going to say
Go ahead. No, you go. Sorry.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every steel cage match that Samoa Joe challenged for the world title this year in AEW, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't saying much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah. Well, this one Joe didn't want to happen though. This was Hangman's choice.
I know. How the tables have turned.
Yeah. Look at this will be again. Hangman's not losing.
Yeah,
he's not. Well, this is going to be great, though. I think Hangman will get the shit kicked out of him. Joe will be dominant. Mm-hmm. I expect the Ops to be involved at some point. I think Shibata will kind of want a little bit of revenge for what happened last night. Like, I expect there to be some shenanigans at some point.
I mean, I don't think Hobbs is going to be there, considering the way that he got taken out of blood and guts.
No, I don't. But I could see Shibata maybe showing up a little bit. But Joe's not going to win this match. It's going to be another valiant effort by him, but Hangman's going to win. And then I think one Maxwell Jacob Friedman will be coming back shortly, maybe to have some things going on with Hangman potentially. He still has that contract.
I know, which actually has to be cashed or notified that you're invoking that clause in advance.
Yep.
No Money in the Bank style cash-ins for AEW anymore, which I can appreciate.
Agreed.
Considering how much they royally fucked it up with Christian, but that is neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, Hangman's winning this one, and then it leads us into what I rewatched their match last year at Full Gear. It was phenomenal. I still need to go back and rewatch their match from World's End last year, which was even more phenomenal. Considering the fact that she main evented last night in her hometown on Dynamite / Collision. Mm-hmm. And considering the fact that this was the very first match announced for this fucking pay-per-view, if this is not the actual main event, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. We need a real, bona fide, like not double, triple built. No. This should be the main event of AEW Full Gear 2025 for the AEW Women's World Championship. Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné for the third, well, not really a rubber match. I mean, third singles match. Technically, the record is 3-0 to Mercedes because her team won Blood and Guts. But if this match does not main event, I am going to flip my shit.
It's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. I think it should be the main event as well. I'm not holding my breath on it. I think the AEW they've made it very clear that the war. I think it should be, and I think it goes into what Hangman has spoken about a ton of why he calls it the Men's World Championship. Yeah. If when you're talking about you want your championships to be on a level playing field, well, part of that being on a level playing field is having the Women's World Championship main event some pay-per-views. Now we're running back. This is a run back match, but it's not a run back match from the last pay-per-view. The world title on the men's side is a match that we saw literally a month ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it's in a cage this time, which adds an element to it. Fine. But it's a match we've seen before. We've seen this match before, but they had 2 of the better women's matches in AEW history before these 2. It was the first match booked for the show. To me, this is the bigger of the 2 world title matches. I think it should main event as well.
And on top of that, we also have a role reversal. Because this time, Mercedes isn't the incumbent champion. She's chasing Chris. Mm-hmm. And especially because we're now talking about the TBS title, which Mercedes is still holding on to, now the longest reigning. It's not even just the fact that she was maybe a double champion going into Full Gear and World's End last year. Now, she has more championships than she has fingers. And she's looking to just keep sweeping them in, raking them in like it's a fucking roulette jackpot. Like, no. This is more stakes than any other match on this card. And in victory, this is going to be what solidifies the fact that Chris Statlander really is the head of the division.
Yeah.
Because you have number 1 on the PWI Women's 250, Mercedes Moné. You have 13 belts Moné, Ultima Moné, the longest reigning TBS champion of all time, now holding a championship in Ring of Honor as well, holding championships all around the fucking world.
Yep.
And the one person that Chris Statlander has not been able to defeat yet.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to tell me that Mercedes going after the title that's eluded her already before against an opponent that she considers beatable is not going to have the hubris kicked out of her, and she's going to lose this one, losing the world title match yet again?
No. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree. You had mentioned it earlier. I think Statlander's winning this match. I think she's retaining, and I think her ending the pay-per-view with another signature win, finally beating Mercedes, and Mercedes starting to have a meltdown of sorts.
And beating her clean.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what should happen here. Yeah. I mean, I that's just how I feel. I feel like this should, like, again, I not that I think that the men's world title match is a bad matchup. It's just,
it's not.
This one is it has more juice. It's stronger. It's just the way it should be, in my opinion, is this should be the one that this is the main event.
And also go ahead.
I was going to say, unless you were planning some big return or angle after the cage match for Hangman in the future, or MJF comes back, I don't know, but like, unless you're doing something like that, I don't see why this shouldn't main event.
Even then, I don't think it makes it worthy of the men main eventing for this one, especially because you have someone like Adam Page and Samoa Joe. You don't think they would be okay letting the women close out the show once in AEW's 26-year history?
Mm-hmm.
It has not happened on pay-per-view one single time. It's happened multiple times on Ring of Honor since Tony Khan took over, because they didn't do it before he bought them. And every single time it's been Athena winning in the main event. You mean to tell me that someone that Mercedes has a pinfall victory over, someone that she lost in the World Tag Title Tournament with, has had more pay-per-view main events than her? And she's supposed to be the biggest star that you have in the company as far as the women's division goes, world title or not? No, this has to close the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I can't feel like we should feel confident about it doing so.
I don't feel confident, which is the thing that annoys the hell out of me, because this is as no-brainer of a main event as you could have for any card that they've put on all year long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy choice to make when you look at the card, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but I think Statlander retains. I think she is going to get her moment, and then I think we'll kind of see what happens with Mercedes. But I feel like we've been saying it. She keeps on adding titles, where I feel like I've kind of been under the thought process of like, I already thought she'd be on her way of like starting to lose titles, and like I thought
I think that's what
she lost to
2026
Tony,
is going to be all about.
Yeah, I think so, because I thought when she lost to Tony that was going to be the start, but it's kind of still ramped up to this, and then maybe it's this loss to Statlander that finally leads to okay, and then she's going to start dropping these titles and kind of. I personally think she crumbles all the way to her low point and becomes a baby face by the time she actually wins the title.
I mean, the only place else that she can go from the tippy top is down.
Yeah, like rock bottom.
This is going to be where the momentum starts changing. She's going to lose this match. She'll lose at World's End.
Yeah.
I don't think she necessarily has to lose a final battle. I think that's a little extreme.
Mm-hmm.
But especially considering she just unified the interim title and the actual TV title, but you could start to see her start to lose some of the titles that she has on the indies, or like losing the CMLL world title to someone like a Persephone or something.
Yep.
But that's going to be where the needle starts moving, because you got to see Mercedes Moné putting over a dozen women now.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to hold on to those titles for a whole other year. There's no way in hell she's going to do that.
No. She's going to go back to all these little promotions and put over someone huge in these little promotions and like put them, you know what I mean? It's going to be incredible.
Yeah. And to answer the Mark's questions of, well, why is she getting all these belts that don't mean anything and everything? Like, the whole point of the belt collector gimmick is, one, she's getting heel heat for just going to a random show, winning their title and running off and taking it on TV.
Yep.
Not only that, but the implication is that when you win a championship, you're bound to lose a championship.
Correct.
And what better way to make a championship changing hands mean something more than to have someone of the caliber and the ilk of Mercedes Moné who can drop it to someone who many might consider a relatively unknown opponent somewhere else around the world.
Yeah.
But oh well, that is everything that we have as far as Full Gear predictions. So this card, I'm going to say this one for me is a mixed bag. I'm looking forward to some stuff. Other stuff, it's just like, okay, we're doing this again. But I'm sure the show's going to entertain regardless.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another good AEW pay-per-view. Like, they're all good to great. I think this will be in line with it. I think, AEW does have a track record where they really just don't miss with pay-per-views. They just don't.
No.
Yeah, but I agree. I do think there are a few rematches that it's like, okay, we could have done something a little different there, but I don't necessarily think it's the worst thing on, in the world. They're gearing up for the C2. They're gearing up for World's End in 2026. So but it should be a lot of good stuff. I'm looking forward to the women's world title match. I'm looking forward to Moxley and Kyle. I think, there's a lot of good stuff on here. I think we'll get a couple fun surprises in the gauntlet match as well. So I think it'll be good. It'll be fun per usual.
Yeah. For sure. But until then, I know we are, we kind of mentioned this before, but we are not going to be here for the week of Thanksgiving. Believe it or not, we might actually observe a holiday, you guys.
I think we might.
Yeah. Pass the cranberry sauce, we're having mashed potatoes or whatever Linda Belcher says. But
maybe we can record a quick little Full Gear review or something like that. But I think not for Dynamite or next week. I think Jose and I are going to take the week and have the holiday. Our show usually goes late on Wednesday nights. We're probably going to be preparing for Thursday and the holiday and things like that. So I would not expect a Dynamite up next week in its standard form, but maybe we'll put together a quick little get together where we talk Full Gear for a quick little minute and send it out or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe.
We'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if we don't, we're not going to be talking about it on socials. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Well, speaking of, JPJ, why don't you toss it over to what you have going on?
Yeah, in just less than 2 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Love Wrestling CA, myself and Pluggo got Between Two Beards. We have a big one tonight. Phil Lindsay of Grapsity and Fightful is joining us. He's been on the show a handful of times before. He's coming back to talk some more Full Gear and talk, the whole wrestling world with us. But a big show. We always love. Yeah, he's a great guy. We always love having Phil on. He's generous with his time when it comes to us, and we're lucky for it. So we got that going on. You can find me Monday nights, obviously, here with Raw Dogs with Corey. And Nick, and then obviously every Thursday with the exception of next week. Every Wednesday. It's Thursday, so my mind's going Thursday. Every Wednesday night after Dynamite here with you, obviously. But if you follow me at JPJ Loves Gaming, I put my schedule out every Monday. It's there. It's my pinned tweet. Oh, and Saturday, if you are watching Full Gear, maybe I'll try to drag this one to join me if he's around. I'm doing a watch along of Full Gear over on the Hive, and Auntie Collins is joining me.
Yeah.
So it's
my two co-hosts getting together of all things.
Well,
I'm gonna. No, you're fine.
I was gonna mention it to you before the show, but we started a bit early, so.
No, you're good. I know for me, I got some other stuff going on Saturday too,
okay.
So I might not be on for the whole show. So that's the reason why I wouldn't commit to an AEW watch along of all things.
Yeah,
because
it's
going to be long. That never ends.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, I know for me, you see this little doohickey back here. The new show, Wrestling Worth a Watch, is up on YouTube and on Patreon. I'm taking next week off for the show just because, twofold. One, Thanksgiving week, but two, I had a episode talking TNA Turning Point shit, and then they did what they did last week, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I ain't doing it. Go for it.
Why do you build to a guy being your fucking hero for half a year, and then you have every fan going, yeah, we like this guy. This is the right guy. It should be the guy. This absolutely should be the guy that is your hero. Then you go fucking dark, So you can't even truly celebrate the TNA hero bringing back the championship to the company. And then on your first show, you have him lose it by getting cashed in on. And I don't care that it was Kazarian. Kazarian is deserving. He's a long vet. I don't care who it was. This is not a Kazarian thing at all for me.
It's the what.
What the fuck are you doing? TNA
oh.
are going to TNA, apparently.
I'll see your TNA's going to TNA and then raise you feeding a bullshit kayfabe story to news outlets saying, oh, we don't know if he's going to show up, which gets debunked and then turns Sean Ross Sapp into the bad guy for saying, hey, it's a work. And everyone's like, no, it's not a work or whatever. And it ends up being a fucking work.
I can't.
On top of kicking out Jacob Cohen from the TNA tapings because he's live tweeting like he's done for a decade and a half with TNA, not giving actual spoilers, doing what's in his rights as a fan to take photos. He's not recording whole matches. And then for you guys to try to do shitty damage control, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Carlos Silva, Ross Foreman, you guys got to do something. Like what?
I mean, to me, it doesn't feel like it's them. It feels like it's,
If it's an Anthem thing, I don't give two shits what it is. You guys are constantly getting this rub. It's like, okay, things are going good for TNA. They're getting bigger houses and everything too. The booking seems to be a little bit more consistent. Now they're starting to beat the NXT guys, and then they go and do some stupid ass shit like this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I'm
and
not
then
no.
Yeah, and for anybody that's out there that's saying, well, it's just because he's going to go to WWE. They just know he's going to go. I don't
then
give
why
a shit.
fucking do it in the first place?
I don't give. If he's under contract for 2 more months, then you can do this angle 2 fucking months from now when he's leaving.
And you have him drop it at Genesis.
Yes. Why do you do it the first show so the guy doesn't even get like what the fuck are you doing? You just spent like close to a calendar year making this guy the guy. And everybody's on board for this guy to be the guy. You don't do it when you should have done it in New York in front of his fucking people. You don't do it. And then everyone's... The best part is? Yeah, go ahead.
They've advertised him for so many fucking indie shows as the TNA World Champion. I'm going to one of them tomorrow. Yeah, so now I don't even know, 1, if he's still going to show up, 1. Yeah. And 2, they have to now backpedal because you guys decided to throw a curveball on the 1 live episode of Impact that you guys do, like, what, once every 3 months?
Ridiculous. It's crazy.
So, yeah, no, TNA doesn't get a week out of me, but the week after, when I'm back after Thanksgiving, I get a full episode dedicated to the CEO. I mean, we've been singing her praises all night long. We got to go through everything that she's been able to do post that WWE release so far. But yeah, Mondays on YouTube normally, or if you wanted a few days earlier on Patreon, it's patreon.com/JoseInTheAir. But until then, stay tuned to our socials. I'm sure I'll be live at some point on Twitch this weekend because I've gotten the Valorant bug again. So if you guys like watching someone slowly, and I do mean slowly, improve at a first-person shooter, I'm your guy. If you like some gaming sports action, JPJ's your guy. Hey, you got options. But until then, we will see you guys when you see you. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. Enjoy Full Gear. Take care, everybody.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's the wrong word.